Hi, my name's Angela and I'm an operating department practitioner, or ODP for short, and I work in theatres in anaesthetics and recovery. I've worked for the Trust for nearly 20 years, coming up to 20 years in December. So I have a diagnosis of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, known as ADHD. Although a lot of these symptoms were present from my very early childhood, I actually only received a formal diagnosis this year, age 40 years old, and I have a son who also has a diagnosis of ADHD, but the symptoms he and I had were very different from each other. So ADHD, in my understanding, is a neurodevelopmental disorder that impacts on parts of the brain that help with planning, focus on planning and executing tasks. So one of the ways my ADHD impacts on me is never being able to recall somebody's name after first meeting them, and that can come across as being quite impolite, but really this is untrue. But one of the benefits of my ADHD and how it affects me is if I'm working on a task that I'm really enjoying, I do give 110% to the task. So although I've had this formal diagnosis for several months now, I've found it quite difficult to share with people about the diagnosis and how it actually affects me. However, with October being ADHD Awareness Month, I felt that this was the right time to use the Disability Network platform to be able to share my personal story and to let colleagues, managers know that there is information available on the Trust internet site about all neurodivergent conditions. However, there is still a lot more education and training needed on all of the neurodivergent conditions.